Daredevil bored again, episode 4. This show is going down a hill badly. It started off being pretty garbage, and now it's bottom of the barrel horse crap. There's some people who are like, well, it's okay. And I don't know what they're watching. I don't know what comics they're reading. I don't know what other shows they're watching, but this one is absolutely terrible. This episode represents some of the worst that Marvel has to offer in terms of superhero content. Now, I didn't watch all of Secret Wars or whatever, but I did watch all of She-Hulk, which means I'm saying that this is actually worse than She-Hulk. Yes, it is. The reason is that it started off with 3 seasons of Netflix, which were really good. Even that show, to me as a Daredevil fan, wasn't perfect, but it was pretty damn good. Strong points being the characters and the relationships, especially the 3, Kingpin and Vanessa. Great relationship with Kingpin and Vanessa. Of course, the core 3, Elektra, Punisher, pretty interesting takes. Not my favorite Punisher, to be honest. I never finished the season 1 of Punisher's own show, but I do like Berthal as Punisher. This series has nothing to do with Daredevil Born Again, which is Frank Miller's run. I covered all of Frank Miller's run on this channel. I'll put a playlist at the end, which is a comic book playlist, and you can go through and find the Frank Miller episodes. And I did about 30 hours covering every single page of the entire run, including Born Again and The Man Without Fear. Let's talk about the story on this one. I'm going to give the storyline a 0.5. So 0.5 of a point for the story. The reason I'm not giving it a 0 is because, first, I'm the nicest person on YouTube, so there you go. But also, there was glimmers of things that I thought, ooh, this might be kind of neat. So after the last episode of being a court case, which really amounted to nothing because they didn't really discuss any topics, and it just boils down to all cops are bad. That's literally what this boils down to. You watch an entire series or you watch an entire 45-minute episode, it's like, cops are bad. Okay, sure. Well, I'll tell you something. I don't know if they're bad where you're from, but where I'm from, if I need help, I'm calling 911, and I've called it a few times for, different reasons. So it's always been reliable here in Canada. So I don't know what cops you're talking about. Who are these evil? They're all bad. Like, they're literally all bad. They weren't all bad in the Netflix series. I'm also not comparing this show to this. That would be an unfair comparison because the show would get negative 100 out of 10 if I was comparing it to comic books. But I'm comparing it to Netflix. So after watching the Netflix series, the 3, Karen Page, Foggy Nelson, and Matt all team up to form a firm. And then the next episode you watch, Foggy's dead and Karen's written out. This is what will happen in about a year from now, because about a year from now, once the show is done, someone's going to go on Disney Plus and be like, oh, I got to watch Daredevil. I heard it's really good. And they're going to watch 4 seasons of it. And they're not going to be like, well, in between 3 and 4, they rewrote the characters and they changed production companies and it's not Netflix and Disney bought the rights. They're not going to get into all of that. They're going to watch it and be like, this sucks. They're going to watch the finale of season 3 and the episode 1 of season 4 and be like, this totally sucks. And all of a sudden, I can tell you, in a year from now, everyone's going to be like, oh, that was terrible. The usual crap that always happens with these shows. Everyone realizes like a year from now, and you could see the show quality is getting worse and worse and worse. There's no Daredevil action. I've said this before. Daredevil is a ninja. He uses his persona as a lawyer to do good, to defend the innocent, but also to find out who needs to be avenged. And he's in. It's the same thing as Superman. Superman's a reporter. He loves the truth. He goes out there. Now, yes, Superman writes stories, and you can tell that if you're reading Superman comics, in between Action Comics 1084 and 1085, he did some reporting because he still has his job in the next issue. So obviously he's a good reporter and he's breaking stories that are important. That's why they keep him around as a reporter. But those stories are not told to us because it doesn't matter. The only time he's a reporter is when it directly affects the story of Superman, who is what we're reading. The show is called Daredevil. It's not called Matt Murdock, attorney at law. There needs to be Daredevil action in every episode. This is not too much to ask. Someone said I have a 0 attention span. That person's an idiot. It's like, this is an action television series. I have 0. If they would have just said, hey guys, listen, there's not going to be any Daredevil in this show at all. It's just going to be Matt Murdock defending people. I wouldn't watch it because I've watched Perry Mason. I watched Matlock. I don't need to watch any more of these shows. It's done for me. I don't care. I want to see Daredevil as a ninja that's in costume. fighting guys. You got the costume in season 1. I know it took a while to get the red costume, but you had the Man Without Fear costume, which is the black ninja outfit. That's a valid costume. It's still a costume, Matt fighting guys. Okay. So the story here, it's terrible. Vanessa and Kingpin are back in couples therapy, and those scenes are excruciating. I'm going to give the pacing while I'm talking about this. I'm going to give the pacing a 0. It's absolutely boring beyond belief. It's unbelievably boring. It is more, and why am I saying it's worse than these other shows? Because it's boring, and there's nothing to even laugh at. It's just terrible. So anyways, they're in couples therapy again, and I'm going to get to the characters of Vanessa and Kingpin in the character section, but this just halts the show big time. Matt is defending this guy who stole his rap sheet is 25 pages long, and there's this sob story. It's like, oh, I just wanted to have like cake or something, and why is the system so bad? It's like you literally have committed like 100 crimes or 25 pages worth of crimes. I don't understand. This isn't your first offense. You stole bread for your family. Like, what are you talking about? The show's like sort of political leanings are completely skewed. Okay. It's like, you are a criminal. You should be put in jail. What are you talking about? I don't understand this. You stole from a convenience store in Hell's Kitchen. Do you think the convenience store owner is a millionaire? This idea that somehow these little shops or something mean something. This guy didn't go and steal from a bank, right? He stole from a convenience store. It's like the convenience store guy makes nothing. How much do you think those chocolate bars cost him to buy, right? What's the markup? What's the margin on chocolate bars? And the guy stole like chips or something. I don't remember. It was like some snack items. What do you think the margin is on snack items? This guy's not making much money either. You're stealing from someone who works every day for their business. Like it's completely skewed, and it's off-putting and stupid. It's actually stupid and off-putting, and it actually, I almost stopped watching it right there. It's terrible. Okay. Next up, the one glimmer here. You got to see Muse for just a second. I'll talk about characters. Finally, someone in a costume, right? You got to see him interact with Punisher. It's not a bad scene in its own like compartmentalized like thing, but like as a big picture, you're like, oh, Frank's just right there. Like, I don't know. I didn't watch his own television series, so I don't know what happened to Frank. But this pill popping crazy Frank, like I want it to be an action hero. Again, Frank Castle's an action hero. I have the entire run of War Journal. Read those early Punishers. He goes out there and beats the crap out of bad guys, right? It's supposed to be Executioner. It's supposed to be a little bit of Death Wish. It's all this kind of stuff mixed in together. Like what is going on, right? Like why is Punisher, kind of not great. He's okay. So anyway, that scene was fine. So 0.5 for story, 0 for pacing. The artistry, I'll give it a 0.5. It's shot in a normal thing. The problem is that you're comparing to the Netflix show. I'm not comparing to comics. The Netflix show had some really nice shots. Some of the cinematography was good. Some of the fights were good. Here you've got some CGI use. Even when Daredevil's just like twirling his cane around, you're like, this looks weird. And it's dark at point. You could just tell that they don't know what they're doing. They're just shooting it dark. Whatever. It doesn't look that great. And there's no fighting. So, all right, characters, big time. 0.5 for the characters. So why am I even giving it a 0.5 and not a 0? Well, deep down, I still kind of like Matt. I like Charlie Cox. He's trying his best with this material. I actually don't like him having the beard, which is, I don't know why. That's just a personal thing. It's just weird. I still kind of like Punisher, even though it's kind of not the real Punisher, but like I still kind of like him anyways. Again, I'm looking at what the show was. So if I'm carrying Matt over and I'm carrying Punisher over, then I'm okay. My problems with Matt is that he's not saying what needs to be said, which is to that perpetrator. It's like, listen, bud, he does say this, but the guy convinces him. It's like, well, I just wanted a snack or whatever. It's like, well, then pay for it. Beg for money then on the street, then I don't know, do something. Like you've committed 25 crimes or 25 pages worth of crimes. I can't remember what they said. Like clearly you can, get a job or something. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that part of it, which is weird. But You got to see Muse. Now, Muse is from the Charles Soule. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. Soleil, maybe? I don't know. He actually read a lot of his Daredevil, and I didn't think it was all of that bad. I think some people kind of think it's whatever. It's all right. You know, I bought the figure from it. And Daredevil had a new partner, Blindside, or Blind Spot. Maybe it was Blind Spot. It was Blind Spot, I think, is the character's name. That wasn't too bad. You know, Muse is from his run, I believe. He's like a crazy like artist or something weird. It's some weird thing. Like he uses their blood to paint with or something. I don't remember exactly. It was too long ago. I haven't gone back to revisit it. I remember thinking he looked kind of neat because he's got like the Deadpool kind of blood eyes going down. He looks okay. So we'll see what happens with that character. But I know for a fact, because my friend has seen all of the episodes, that we will not see Daredevil in costume, not even in the next episode. It'll be the one after that where he's back in his costume. Okay, Vanessa and Kingpin, absolutely terrible. Makes me gag and barf. The worst scenes. These scenes are much worse than anything you've seen in the Marvels. It is much worse than anything you've seen in She-Hulk because it breaks all their characters and it's just terribly done anyways. Number one. Vanessa would never cheat on Kingpin, period, end of sentence. I watched the first. I'm not talking about this. Don't say, if someone puts in the comments, I'm going to know you didn't watch this full video. If in the comments you put in the comics, I'm going to know because I'm not comparing to that. I'm telling you, I'm comparing it to the first 3 seasons of what we got. She would never cheat on Kingpin. It's like she was devoted to him. It's like, I don't know what you're saying. It's like she wouldn't cheat. And then Kingpin is like keeping this guy prisoner or something. What is happening? Like she was running the business for him. Like, why would she be doing all of that? It's just so bad. It's literally just there to give you a hot take. Like, oh, they don't like each other. Oh, it's like, okay, like who cares? BB, very poor replacement for Ben Urich. One of the bad things, this was a sin. One of the sins of the Netflix series was they killed Ben Urich, who was an important character in Daredevil. And I actually really liked that actor playing Ben Urich too. I thought that was a big time fail killing him. I remember being upset, and I've seen season 1 and season 2 twice of Netflix Daredevil, and I remember thinking, oh man, he's dead. What the hell? I like this guy. That was a fail. They've replaced him now with this girl. She's awful. It's like zero character. She's terrible. She's just there to be there to say, oh look, it's Ben Urich's niece or daughter or whatever the hell it was, right? Niece, I guess. Huh? Why? It's like, wouldn't Kingpin just have her killed? He's trying to be legit or whatever, but he's not going to be legit. Like, there's things that the audience know that the show should know that we know and write it better. Enjoyment factor 0. This episode was absolutely garbage. I'm giving this 1.5 out of 10. 1.5 out of 10. Nicest man on YouTube. Who's got 2 thumbs and is the nicest man on YouTube right here? This guy. It's awful. I can't wait to read the comments on this. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It's pretty good. I think some people might come around. I've seen some people already come around saying, yeah, this wasn't that good. This is the weakest episode. What does that mean? It's garbage. It's like you're looking at a bunch of turds. It's like, well, this is the smallest turd out of the turds that have been laid here. Huh? Like, what are you talking about? It's all bad. Anyway, if you like the show, great. I'm happy for you. If you don't, good, because it sucks. Tell everybody it sucks. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Check out the playlist for the real Daredevil, which is Frank Miller's run. So that's going to be here on the screen. And then also check out some of my other stuff and subscribe. Thanks, guys.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.